Hi everyone. Today our topic is bond order. I assure that by the end of this video you will definitely get clear-cut idea about bond order. Okay, let us start our topic bond order. This is a bond order. Bond order means the number of chemical bonds between a pair of atoms. Means if we take two atoms, in between that two atoms chemical bonds will definitely present, no? So here we are counting the bonds which are present between that atoms. So the number of chemical atoms present between a pair of atoms is called bond order. See, this bond order indicates the stability of a bond. Means if the number of bonds present between the pair of atoms or more, then its strength will be more, means its stability will be more. So bond order is directly proportional to bond strength. Okay, let us take some examples. See, here we have taken diatomic nitrogen. See, it is indicated by N2. So we have to count the number of bonds present between these two atoms. 1, 2, 3. So already in definition we saw that. Then we have to count the number of chemical bonds. So in this we have 1, 2, 3, 3 bonds. So here bond order of N2 is 3. Okay, let us take acetylene. We know that this is alkyne. So in alkyne 3 bonds are present. So here also the bond order is 3. See, this is a carbon. Of course here I have not mentioned H groups, means here actually CH3 because here just we have to focus on number of bonds present between the two atoms. So here the number of bonds present between two atoms is 1. Okay, let us look at a very important note. If we get bond order as 0, okay, if we get bond order as 0, then we should know that that particular molecule doesn't exist. Means if any molecule is given and asked us to find the bond order, means if we get 0 as bond order, then we should have idea that that molecule is not going to exist, means that molecule doesn't exist. Actually this is the sentence based on valence bond theory and bond order theory. So examples for the molecules which are having bond order as 0 or diatomic helium and diatomic beryllium. We know that He2 and Be2 doesn't exist, like that. Bond order 0 means here the atoms are not bonded. If the atoms are not bonded, then how do that molecule exist? So that's why here they said that the molecule doesn't exist if the bond order is 0. And we may get a doubt, if the bond order is 0, then what about the stability of that? Yeah, here actually the bonds are not present between the atoms, so that here the molecule is too unstable and it will not exist. Yeah, now I'm going to give you a very simple trick to find bond order in a fraction of seconds. See, this is actually your trick. See, this is actually the electron count. Here bond order. See, first of all we have to remember only one thing here. See, number of electron count, here we have 14 for nitrogen. So we know that number of electrons present in the nitrogen N2 diatomic molecule is 14. So for nitrogen bond order is 3. Just towards right side, means here just we have to write the number of electrons starting from 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 and so on. See, here we have taken this as standard. See, here we have bond order as 3. Towards right side we are decreasing 0.5. Towards left side also you are decreasing 0.5. So 3 minus 0.5, 2.5, 2.0 and so on, like that we have to write. See, and we know that actual formula to find bond order is bonding molecular orbitals minus anti-bonding molecular orbitals by 2. Okay, here I'm gonna give you one remembering point, that is anti-bonding means the bonds having aster, we know that stars like sigma star, pi star, those. Okay, bond order means bonding molecular orbital minus anti-bonding molecular orbitals by 2. See, here we are applying the trick. See, here we have taken C2. We know that carbon C2 means here 12 electrons are present. See, here we had to look at the 12 electron. See, here 12 electrons are present. So here the bond order is 2. That's it. Next, C2 plus. We know that in chemistry, if plus charge is there means we have to subtract one electron, and if minus charge is there means we have to add one electron. See, here 12, 11, 13 electrons are there. Just look at the bond order at that particular electron. See, here 11 electrons are there, so here 1.5. 13 electrons means 2.5. So based on the bond order, here we can easily arrange them in a simple order. See, here also oxygen means 16 electrons. 16 electrons means here bond order 2. Next, 15 electrons means 2.5. 17 means 1.5. 18 means 1. So like that, based on the bond order, we can easily find the order. Means already I said that based on the bond order we can tell even the stability. So we can tell that O2 plus is more stable than these, like that. See, we may get a question like, means they may give some molecules and they may ask us to find whether the given molecules are isoelectronic or not. See, here they have given carbonyl group, NO plus and N2. Carbonyl means carbon means what is the atomic number of carbon? 6. We know that mostly based on the atomic number we can tell electrons in case of neutral atoms. So of course this is a neutral atom. So 6 plus 8, 14 electrons. Here nitrogen 7, oxygen 8. Plus means here we have to separate one electron. So 14. Here N2 means 7 plus 7, 14. See, for all these three molecules here we got the same, that is 14. So we can say that the given molecules are isoelectronic. I hope you understood. If you have any doubts you can ask me. Thank you.